Welcome back, everyone. This is Sleeper Sports Media with a Power Nap report for June 24th, 2024. A lot of news to go over, starting with some Shane McMahon, WWE, AEW news, the Netflix deal with Raw and WWE coming in 2025, and the new breaking news deal announcement we got today, Indianapolis, WWE, 8-year deal, multi-events for the company and the city of Indianapolis and surrounding areas. Massive news in sports. Let's get into it. It's been reported and there's been rumors going around that Shane McMahon is interested or has not had conversations with Tony Khan about going to AEW. Well, it's now being reported by Fightful, Sean Rossap, Fightful Select, all those guys. Shane McMahon is no longer under contract with WWE and could potentially be free to go and do that. With Raw being in Indianapolis tonight on Monday, Triple H was in town, Michael Cole was in town, so that means they have to stop by the Pat McAfee show, talk a lot about the happenings in sports, their sport, other sports. Triple H did announce that Raw coming to Netflix in 2025 will be uncensored. They will have the ability to do everything that they've been wanting to do and so much more, including they talked about the holy shit chants on Fox getting bleeped out, the audio, the picture getting bleeped out. Everything is going to be changing and shifting when it goes over to a streaming service. He also said that 80% of the world is going to have full access to Raw, NXT, SmackDown, all the PLEs once they make the move to Netflix. That will be interesting to see how that affects the Peacock deal whenever that comes up, given that here in the U.S., we still see the PLEs and the library to all those shows on Peacock. Massive news for Netflix and Raw. Let's on to the next one, on to the next topic. And of course, that next topic has to do with the same thing, the Indianapolis WWE deal. They announced that they are coming in with a deal to bring the big three of four, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and WrestleMania to Lucas Oil Stadium, to Indianapolis, and who else but the faces of Monday Night Raw, Seth freaking Rollins and the EST Bianca Belair were at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis tonight ahead of Monday Night Raw to help the Indiana Sports Corp and the WWE announce the massive deal. Also included, they talked about it's an 8-year deal in total, bringing multiple events, multiple PLEs, Raw, SmackDown, WWE Live, NXT, PLEs, everything you can think of, to the city of Indianapolis, as well as WWE live events to surrounding areas, Evansville, other areas included. That's massive news for both sides, the WWE and the city of Indianapolis. Hopefully, this means we're going to see some Indiana fever appearances at the games, at the events, WWE attendance at the events for the WNBA, the NBA, the NFL. Get everything mixed in together. Love when sports overcross like that. Also announced the kicking off this massive deal with Indianapolis and the WWE. It starts next year, 2025, Royal Rumble coming to Indianapolis, and for the first time ever in the history of this event, my favorite event outside of WrestleMania since I started watching, the first event that I really got me into watching wrestling in WWE specifically, the Royal Rumble 2025, Indianapolis, Indiana, Lucas Oil Stadium, Saturday, February 1st, for the first time being held outside of the month of January. The earliest that it's ever been held was January 15th, and the latest has been multiple times January 31st. This is the first time that it's now being pushed to February. As I said on SmackDown last week with Earl, it was crazy to think that we could see WrestleMania be pushed to May and not be held in April, or pushed back to March, which it hasn't been held in March in some time. And then they ended up just moving it back to the third week of April for 2025. Massive news. We can start planning the road to WrestleMania, which starts in Indy at Lucas Oil Stadium. Massive venue, massive crowd expected. Can't wait for it. And finally, the last piece, the breaking news started this all off this morning. WWE and Indiana Sports Corp have agreed to the deal that I mentioned earlier, 8 years, with multiple events, starting off with the big three out of the big four. Indiana, where champions are crowned. Royal Rumble 25 is official. SummerSlam, which will be 2 nights down the road, WrestleMania, which will be 2 nights down the road. Indianapolis, Lucas Oil Stadium. No doubt it's going to be massive for all 3 events and all the other events that we see come to Indiana. Massive, massive news for all involved. Huge thanks to Pat McAfee, as Triple H said on his show this morning. It was because Pat kept asking and asking and asking. Triple H kept talking about it. Finally got it done. Nick Khan, big part of it. Indianapolis, great sports town, central hub of the Midwest. Can't wait to see what they do. Number-wise, crowd-wise, just the feel of the events all together. Can't wait. Very exciting time to be a fan of the WWE.